do I have to do that? Anyway, welcome to another Demarcation Media live stream. Today we're going to be building the Action Edition Megatron Energy Explosion version, which, not going to lie, this variant confuses me. I don't entirely know why they did this. Like, I know where the idea of this comes from. I just don't know why they chose to do it the way that they did. But we're gonna see if it's any good. Let's see. IDK Jack, Holly Amos, Howl is taken, Zarnox. Wait, there was somebody else. Oh, Zexion is here. Little bro, Broccoli, welcome. I do have my partially built original Megatron. He has a leg again, thanks to the 3D printing of my brother-in-law. Although this is still loose. That's the official peg. The 3D printed peg has better tolerance than the official peg. But anyway, I still need to get his other leg on. But he's partially here. PVZ Records, welcome. You got the Yellow Park AMK Pro Optimus, but the light broke. Interesting. Void Productions, Flame Studios. How am I supposed to say that? Zaquires? I don't know. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. Alright, let's get this open. Lots of clear plastic. Sometimes cause for being terrified. Finders, welcome. I'm going to just set the box aside. I have so much model kit building to do over the next few days. Alexolotl Productions. Nice. You're gonna go hunt for the $50 elephant. Oh, yeah. Good luck. Good luck on that one. So far, I've only heard of it hitting the West Coast, not the East Coast. Alright, here's our bag. Hey, Mega Bricks! Welcome! You were streaming, your power went out? That's not very fun. We got the Decepticon symbol. What variant? This variant is based on Megatron's transformation. Yes, correct. Like I said, I know why they did it, or where the inspiration came from, but why is this fighting me? I'm gonna need my knife. My fingers are still, like, slightly in pain from, building the Homoxian stuff last night. You got Action Edition 04 after seeing my review. It's really good. It is really good. He's still the most solid Action Edition in my opinion. Like, Tarn's really impressive, but Optimus is the most solid. Alright, so we do have a runner of silver. Okay. I think this is a brighter silver. Yeah, it's a brighter silver than what the other Megatron used. You go to Malaysia to visit your brother's wedding. Oh, nice. Pumpel, welcome. Stevenson. Is my screen black? What? Never seen this dude before. When did he come out? He was revealed a while ago, but he's just now, like, releasing. So, I believe he's on the Blockies site now. Dendon Flame, welcome. Talk about a lot of plastic being piled up. Golly. Yeah, it looks like they went for a lighter silver this time, so we'll see if it has better tolerances and sturdiness. Blockies Transformers Defender version 3, 4, and 5. Missing 1, 2, and 6. Nice. Well, by then there's... Oh. No, I forgot the hands. Oh, he's got gray hands this time. And he has translucent faces. Does he come with... I think that's... Wait, it's the package shows that he's got silver faces.
Oh, there's another runner for silver faces. By time summer rolls around, we'll probably have defenders, maybe even 7 and 8. United Industries, welcome. How's my Saturday been? Pretty good so far. How about you? Oh, hey, it's the little electric guy, but in purple this time. Okay, so we get a runner of translucent faces or a runner of silver faces. I feel like using a translucent face would make his face basically impossible to see. So I don't know if I want to do that. Drinking some chocolate milk. Nice. You actually painted the Batman Beyond belt after my video. Nice. It looks better that way. It really does. Oh yeah, the throne. I'll probably put his throne together first. Also, I think this is his core. Yes. Whoa! Okay, that's sick. That's so cool. I was not expecting that. The throne is pretty simple. Yes, the throne is pretty simple. Put it together like this. So, Shockwave alt mode. You're after getting it region locked. Yeah, region locked stuff can be annoying. Sensei 2233, welcome. Alright, we've got a throne. Translucent throne. That's gonna go back over here. In classic Galvatron. They're making a Galaxy Galvatron. We know that for sure. Oh yeah. Maybe I should put the stand together first too. Because I always leave that for last and it's not usually the best choice. Oh wait, he does come with Shockwave? Oh, he does. Oh, I somehow didn't know that. Translucent Shockwave. Alright, so let's put this stand together. More articulated fingers. Yes, I'm not super excited about that. Roaming Cal, welcome. Use purple marker. Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Oh yes, we need this, and then we need. Feels weird to be able to just pop the pieces out without using any tools, because I've been building so many other model kits that require you to use tools. Line up correctly, please. Alright. Probably should have gotten the other piece out. Do I need a normal Grimlock if you want to get Volcanicus in the app? Volcanicus is not out yet, so I have no idea. Chicaloca, welcome! There we go. Nice. Yeah, I always save these for last, and then the stand ends up sitting unbuilt on my desk amidst all the other stuff I'm trying to work on, and it's not helpful. So procrastination is not the way. Pop that on. Whoa. The first time I built one of these, it confused the heck out of me, and now I understand what they were going for, so it's less confusing. We need the end piece, and then there's... Oh, this peg is for Laserbeak. The music is kind of fire. It's a like no copyright mix that I found randomly, and I really like it. I usually will tag the person in the description if I remember. I usually try to remember because they ask that, I tag them and give them credit. Primus Galaxy version? I don't know if they will. The stands are the most boring. I agree. They're like, you have to build them because, you know, it's the stand. But yeah, I that's why I usually build it last and then end up procrastinating for literal weeks on end and not doing it. But there we go. It wasn't that hard. I will say, oh, okay, apparently I didn't get this one stuck together all the way. There we go. I will say this is a rather short arm for the Action Edition. It's enough to keep them up standing, but trying to suspend them in aerial poses is not most easy. Kind of Action Edition 6 or 2. He counts as a variant of 2, so he is not number 6. You had a science fair at your school, and your experience was that classical music affects lentils and pinto beans, like when they're growing or when they're dried, like and ready to eat. Should have been wider. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. A little wider, the top section a little taller. All right, so there's so many runners. So many. Let's grab his face. I said, am I gonna have to get my nippers for this? I think I'm gonna have to. What the heck? That's not coming off. Okay, here we go. Hurricane, welcome. Growth-wise, interesting. I've heard of various experiments on plants with music. I've heard that calmer music makes them grow better, whereas like rock makes them kind of die. All right, face, and then VIP room. Interesting. Decepticon logo is slick. Yeah, that's super cool. I was not expecting that at all. That is a great touch. I think stuff like that's fantastic when you do, you know, like a variant. It just makes the variant feel more different and more worthwhile. It's like, oh, you have all of these choices. Yes, I can see all the face choices, but like the translucent ones are almost impossible to see. So I'm gonna go with the angry. I'm gonna go with the angry silver face. Grid flight stand. Yes, I agree. Roger Dino, welcome. No, you're not really late. We've only built the stand so far. Is that on? Why is this one side not on? Go on. There we go. Angry Megatron. And then we need, that's leg pieces. We won't need that for a hot second. That's sword pieces. Where is the head? Where is the head? Well, that's oh, here it is. This runner. The print went budget-wise. You're probably not wrong. Here, let's see. How... Okay, this is a good sign. See what's happening here? I want to see how durable this is. So I will oftentimes test it on the runner. See how it's bending? Like, it took me bending it back and forth for a good second before it breaks. That, in my opinion, is good, because that means you're not just going to have it shatter on you. There's some flexibility to it, and that means it should be longer lasting. That's a good sign. It's actually a very good sign, in my opinion. Wow, I don't even know how to say that, but welcome. AMK Pro have very die-cast. Yeah, the AMK Pro has a couple of die-cast pieces. I gotta say, though, YOLO Park does not know how to use die-cast correctly. after getting like a Mosho figure and then getting this Nemesis that I'm working on the review for, they know how to use the metal. You put the metal in the load bearing sections, right? Not in some random armor pieces. That's just a cheap way to say, hey, we used diecast, but not actually have the diecast mean anything. Okay, some of these nubs are a little ugly. But yeah, if you just slap diecast on and it's got no reason for it, then it's just a marketing ploy. If you're gonna put metal, make it worth it. Otherwise, just cut the costs and don't do it. Oh, WJ Gamer, I didn't see you join. There's so many people in the chat, and I keep trying to make sure I'm actually building and not only reading chat, because sometimes I do that on accident. But you feel like this one's unnecessary? I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that. It's not taking the slot of a different Action Edition, though, so it's like, well, if they want to do a variant, then okay. I mean, I'm not necessarily against it, but yeah, it's not necessarily a yay, we got a new Action Edition kind of a deal. I need my other knife. Ultra, welcome. Creamzek is purple. Yes, he is. He's apparently also in Energy Burst. Kremzik? Die-casting a figure because a buzzword? Yeah, it did. And that's annoying. Like, I'm just repeating myself at this point, but use the metal well. Make it worth something. If it's not worth something, then you're just... Actually, with Yola Park, I feel like it's a detriment because you're adding extra weight onto just standard plastic joints. And then the standard plastic joints also have to lift the weight of metal. And they are just usually not up to the task. Mesh Gamer, welcome. Which is more Cartoon Geo and accurate, Blockies or Yola Park MK Pro? Proportion wise, I would probably say Yola Park, because the proportions are much more close to the show. Also, we have a head. The head. And this. What? Okay. I didn't expect that to work that way. Oh, I messed this up last time. I need to not do that again. That was... I believe I put it on wrong. And then I had to struggle for a while to get it back off. We're not going to do that. Supposed to get the Blockies... You're not happy with your rare Optimus? It's a hologram version? Yeah, that one's probably the least interesting. But I will say, if you want a really good Optimus, get the truck and trailer set. I still need to release my review on that, but it's really good. About 2 Knight figures and 6 stands from Temu. Nice! So yeah, welcome. Is this worth getting over the original? Now that's a very interesting question. One that I don't know that I can answer just yet. Ooh, that feels nicer to me. We'll get a close-up of stuff as we go. Monorome, welcome. This is what I'm looking for. I'm actually working on another video for Temu because, you know, I'm scrolling, well, I say scrolling, searching through the depths because there's a lot of interesting things on there. But golly, trying to browse for a product on Temu is absolutely atrocious. It's a terrible experience. It's so difficult to find anything. And I understand why people get annoyed with it so fast. But I found more cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff on there, so we're going to be looking at some more things soon. The frog mech is actually one of them. Okay. That is correct according to the instructions. This is the part I think I messed up last time. H1. I think I put this on backwards. We are not going to do that again. This bracelet has a little chip. Scan my phone, get a new Bible verse every day. Interesting. I've not heard of something like that. Wait, let me make sure I'm oriented correctly. Yes, this one goes on here. That's what you felt. Yeah, that's why, you know, for these videos and stuff, that's why you guys can use the codes, because it'll take you directly to the stuff that I looked at in the video. And then it'll give you some similar suggestions. So, you know, I do all the browsing for you guys, and then you guys can just find the cool stuff. Oh yeah, I remember thinking that this felt weird, the way they did this. Exact name of something you couldn't find it. Yes! Yes, the search engine on Temu is absolutely just dog water. Like, it doesn't work. Like, I don't understand why. But I had to scroll, do a search, and then scroll for something for ages. Like the frog mech, I looked for it, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh, they sold out. Turns out, no, it was just not showing up with the search engine at all. Super annoying. And also, if you're on the app, the constant pop-ups really, that's not, I'm like, I'm just trying to look for stuff. I'm not decided if I want to buy something. Please stop shoving pop-ups in my face. So, you know, I've said this before, but like, sponsoring a video on this channel is not just a guaranteed you're going to get only good things said about like your product and your service. Because if it's annoying, then, you know, I'm going to talk about how annoying it is. You're not paying me to say good things. You're paying me to say things in general about it. Flames, thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. Did I get the armor type Primal and Megatron? I did. In fact, I'm going to be releasing a short about them later today, and I'm working on the video. Actually, it was the standard rare Optimus Primal that gave me the most trouble. I bought it twice. And both times, the seller sent me the wrong version because they got confused about what was what. That was frustrating. But I ended up getting it, and actually I ended up getting it basically for free because of how many times, because of the one seller had to refund me, and the other seller ended up sending me a free, an extra free Defender along with it. So I got it in the end, and I've got all of them now, so that every Beast Wars rare is going to happen. I promise. Israel Nation, welcome. When you went to Malaysia, you found AMK Pro Series, Soundwave, Scourge, Megatron, Nemesis, Primal, but silver. Oh yeah, what was that guy's name? I know who you're talking about. The guy that died in like the first 2 seconds of the movie. Yes. He was so memorable. Actually, your first ever action edition. Interesting one to start with. I'm much more of a, when I get a character, I like it to be the standard, like, most common, most iconic version before getting variants, usually. Except for when it comes to Nemesis. If there's a Nemesis, I'll probably get that. This translucent purple, I don't know, I was expecting working with it to be worse, but so far it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, I remember that feeling weird too. Alright, but it worked. So I guess I'm not complaining. Baki's doing Action Edition, Arc, and Nemesis. I mean, Nemesis I'm always for. An Arc would be interesting if it's scaled to like Defender, but in that case, why call it Action Edition? Just call it Defender. that? Will Defender 7 release in March? That I do not know. I do not know, and I could not say if I did know. So maybe I do know. Nobody knows. I know that there was some supposed leaks that were completely fake. I really wish people would stop doing that. There is literally no point in making fake leaks. Gotta get this one lined up just right. Zexion, I saw your message. I responded to it. You don't have to keep retracting it and sending it again. I responded to it like, I don't know, like 4 minutes ago. Okay, that's probably good enough. I'm just trying to make sure that the nubs aren't enough to interfere with the parts that I'm putting on. I want to see Defender version Tarn. Defender version Tarn would be very neat. But if it's a choice between Defender version Tarn and Defender version Nemesis, I will go with Nemesis. It's long overdue. We've got Shatterglass Prime, we got Magnus, we got Optimus, we got Clear Optimus, and we still don't have Nemesis. It's unfair. Yeah, the nubs on the purple plastic, they're not very nice looking. And that's partially due to the fact that the plastic can flex instead of snapping. So it kind of leaves almost stress marks behind. Which is, again, it's preferable to brittle plastic. But if you want the nubs to be less noticeable, then you kind of have to do something about it. The bias is insane. Yes, I'm biased. I've actually gotten some Figuarts stuff before. Actually, I have a review on the channel of the Iron Man Mark 50 from years ago. And I was not impressed. And ever since then, I have really not wanted to get another Figuarts figure. Also, they tend to just do weird things like gappy. Like Spider-Man, like the way that the hips are done, they look really weird to me. It's like rumpled cloth almost. Oh, that's almost like undergated. Okay, there we go. Blockies can make a sound wave. 2 streams in 1 day. Wait, is it 2 streams in 1 day for you? Because for me, I went overnight without streaming. Although I have done double streams before. Alright, Megatron's Decepticon symbol is completed. Very nice. Now we need his back. They were giving out Bruticus, and it ran out in 2 hours. Dang. Are those the... You mean the knife? That's a rather ugly nub. It's always the bigger attachments that you need to worry about. How are we doing this? Like this? Yes, like that. Simple. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby. It's just a standard X-Acto, so you can find it more than one place, but I think Hobby Lobby does sell them, yeah. And replacement blades, because getting replacements is nice. Because they tend to get dull quick. Spider-Man back looks like... Yeah, he's strange. Yeah. And sometimes for all that over-engineering, they don't actually get that much articulation. I prefer, like, the Mafex style. Although, I don't have a ton of great experience with Mafex either. The higher-end like Japanese figures have just kind of, I don't know, they felt like they've fallen off lately. They're really expensive for not very much value, which is unfortunate. And they also keep just like releasing the same guys over and over again. The same Spider-Mans, the same Iron Mans, you know, Wolverine like 4 times, Mando like 10 times. Well, Fig Arts, I've seen the like Dragon Ball stuff. Those look decent, but I have no desire to get Dragon Ball because I'm not a Dragon Ball fan. So I don't know why I would buy and review like $70 or $80 Dragon Ball figures. Revoltech stuff. Now that's a different story. Revoltech actually seems interesting still. Rip Mando. Hey, he's still alive. He just has a different body. Oh, also, Fig Arts just revealed their Mando, and they still got the head wrong. The visor's, like, way too wide. Their body proportions have gotten better, but they still can't seem to get the head right. Compared to the original Megatron. I mean, he doesn't have a leg, but yes, that's why he's sitting off camera right here. Oh yeah, that is. 2 streams. Unboxing stream in the morning, and this stream is the evening. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, for me, it was kind of later at night for the Homoxian stream. Then I went to bed, and then I woke up, and I did this one. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Time zones confuse the heck out of me. Like, I understand them in concept, but, like, the thought of, you know, I do a stream one day and then stream another day, but for one of you guys, you know, it's still the same day. Alright, those nubs don't look the nicest, but, you know, that's how it has to be. Alright, he's got a backpack now. YouTube tour about Yellow Park, Chinese New Year. Seems like those envelopes. Well, the envelopes were just the envelopes. They weren't full. They were for, you know, if they send it to somebody who actually celebrates the Chinese New Year, then they have the envelopes. Did I make a diorama? Yeah, I did a Halo diorama a little while back. Okay, so we've got a torso now. Can this fit? Haha, we can just stick all of his parts there. Cool. Now, we are going to go to here. I need H1. H1 20. Clear plastic defenders. Interesting. Well, the Defenders plastic and the Jurassic World one, they are different plastics, I believe. Ironhide definitely feels really fragile. The newer Optimus does not feel as fragile, I have to say. Alright. Pop that together. The pieces are going together so smoothly. It's nice. Or so far. It's nice compared to the struggle that was some of the Homoxian stuff last night. Or earlier today, depending on where you are. Oh yes, these side skirts a lot of people didn't like. Noahs, thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. Or evening, or whichever time zone you happen to be in. We are 30 minutes in, and we've already got a head, or throne, stand, head, and torso built. I feel like that's pretty good. Then again, I started out pretty quick yesterday, and that slowed way down, so we'll see. I'm not trying to necessarily speed run, but I do like to try and keep a good pace. And since I built this before, I kind of have a general idea of what I'm doing. putting it on top of the runner I need. Here we go. Which Ironhide design is my personal favorite? If I remember correctly, probably the War for Cybertron one. Prime Collector, welcome! Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, I did. And then we will pop this on like that. Cool. And then we need these again. So that's 16 and 17. Your Soundwave in 23 minutes, the action edition. That's kind of crazy, actually. That's a really good time. Did you cut all the parts out of the runners first, or break them all out of the runners first? I don't know if that actually helped any. I'm trying to minimize it, but minimize the nubs, but I don't know. Sometimes the X-Acto is helpful, and sometimes it's not. Okay, so this is the back. Ooh, that feels good. The plastic is feeling good so far. No, you didn't. Well, that's incredibly impressive. Then I have to say, 23 minutes with all the parts on the runners, and you still got it built. Crazy. Where's the other piece? This is the front. Started with the box sealed. What? E9 Industries, thank you for stopping by. Good luck on your animating, or I guess you could be doing other stuff on the film. But anyway, good luck on your work. I think there's a chance Blocky's doing Final Fantasy kits. I think there's zero chance because Square Enix is doing their own. You can... It was called Structure Arts. I just found out about it. And you can get a Cloud model kit, which to me is great. And then I found out that the model kit costs $80 freaking dollars and doesn't even look like that special. Like, he looks good, but not $80 good. Like, golly. It was... I don't know. I still really want a good Cloud figure, but Square Enix just keeps making stupid choices. They make bad and overpriced figures, and then I get annoyed. You're quite proud of it? I would say, yeah, that's an achievement worth being proud of. Do I buy transforming Transformers? Not really. Only if it looks really good. Like that new Takara Optimus. I really am tempted to get that one. But like for the most part, I have a couple, but I don't know. I just don't like them. I want the robot mode. That's what I really like. I like the robots. I think the robots are the cool part. Otherwise, it's just like a truck or whatever. And I don't particularly love sitting there and transforming them for 10, 12 minutes either, because I want them as like, the action figure, basically. This feels... Is that correct? That is correct. For some reason, it just feels a little gappy. No, but that's how the original one is, so... We got a waste! Which one is the hardest Transformers one that I ever built? Oh, that's a good question. Tarn was pretty tough. I would say Tarn so far. Tarn, or if we're not talking Blockies, if we're just talking Transformers in general, the Flame Toys G1 Optimus. 34. That was hard to build because, frankly, the plastic just wasn't actually the quality that I expected from it. And some of the part tolerances were weird. Should Blocky's remake Action Edition G1 Optimus? I don't know. I mean, I built the G1 Optimus, and I feel like he still holds up pretty well. Like, I think we could be perfectly fine not getting an update for a while and let them focus on other things. Other G1 characters, if we want more Optimus, other versions, you know, Bayverse Optimus would be great. You know, maybe War for Cybertron, something else. I don't think we need to revisit G1 just yet. Yeah. All right, put together quite nicely. Do I still have the Action Edition? The Transformers 1 Action Edition Prime? Why would I not have it? Ugh.
I definitely do still have it. This one is my favorite Action Edition. I would not get rid of it. He's fantastic. Like, really, I out of all of them, I cannot recommend him more. Alright, A2. When Transformers Prime Optimus comes out. That, again, I don't know. But if I did know, I couldn't tell you. Wait, which one did I pop out? I popped out A27, A24. Oh, here it is. Action Edition Nemesis using the same mold. Which one? Like the G1? I will be very happy if they want to do a G1 Nemesis on the G1 body. That would be sick, actually. I really like the styling of the G1 Optimus they did. Like, yes, his articulation is a little less than perfect in a few spots, but it's not enough to make me go, oh, I really wish we got an upgrade. Like, if they're gonna do re-upgrades and stuff, like, go back and upgrade Classic Class Bayverse Prime or something, but I don't know. I feel like that one stands pretty well on its own currently. H3. H3. What character would I like to see made into an Action Edition? Well, my obvious answer would be Nemesis, but also I kind of would like a Magnus. You know, fully armored Magnus. I think that would be really fun. Or even like IDW style Magnus. Honestly, IDW designs in general, I just really like. You know, you wish Blocky's made Lockdown. I could see them doing that as a classic class Lockdown. I could see that. I don't think I could see them doing an Action Edition. But they've not done... So far, they've not done any Action Edition Bayverse stuff, so there's no precedence for it. Star Saber. Yeah, Magnus would be awesome. Honestly, I feel like Magnus's design, even in the really simplified G1 style, still just looks great. Personally, I think they should have kept Magnus as having the Matrix. I think that would have been received better. Like, to be completely honest, Magnus is much more of an Optimus type figure to me than Hot Rod is. Comic version. True. They did already establish the comic version is a thing, so yeah, who knows? Comic version Magnus, please. Blockies. That would be great. Oh yeah, I forgot he has the drop down. He's got that drop down mechanism. Please fit together. I remember the forearms of this were also a little bit like iffy. That's a stiff drop down. Okay, that's good. That's good. Chicologo, welcome back.
Did I see the free instruction PDFs? I have not. Blockies put their instructions on their website? Because if that's the case, that's amazing. This feels very tight. That felt like the part broke, but no, it just went into place. Which Magnus design is my favorite? Probably like the comic one, just because he's got the extra detail. I like the well-detailed ones. A16. Only in Asia. Oh, the instructions are only on the Asian version of the site. We'll just grab the standard arm panel. You get 2 arm panels for those of you who aren't familiar with this kit. You get an arm panel that has a hole in it so he can have Laserbeak perched on his arm. Honestly, I mean, I know the parts are all scattered throughout, so this would have probably made no sense. But I think I would have preferred this variant not come with Laserbeak and the camera and stuff. Just because, like, I don't know, it doesn't make as much sense, and we've gotten a better Laserbeak since then. Oh, we need both 6s. MP series last night to fight against. Oh, that makes sense. Or honestly, getting YOLO Park. I feel like YOLO Park is probably more likely to do a lockdown before Blockies is. Fall of Cybertron Ultra Magnus design. I think I have. I'm not super familiar with it, but Fall of Cybertron anything is just amazing, so. Oh, right. I have to make the hand. Nice. Okay, here we go. Alright. So we're going to be using 7 here. This was not fun before. Alright, 12. Wait. Oh, it's 2. Just 2. It's okay. We need to make sure we do this in the correct order. Also, I've run into a lot of people. They'll build stuff like this and then they'll go, "What the heck? What are you talking about? Posable fingers? Mine aren't posable. They're just stuck straight." Well, if they're stuck straight, you've never unbent them because they're not supposed to stay like this. 4. Alright, there's another one. Last time I thought I had been doing this correctly and then I wasn't, but I think I'm doing it correctly. Alright, and then the thumb, which has a single joint, I believe. Yeah, the thumb does have a single joint. Alright, and then, you can just take this and just kind of bend it to get the finger joints limbered up a little bit. He looks like he's trying to play the piano or something. Do I think they'll delve into the 13 Prime soon? To be completely honest, I know people keep saying, "Oh, I really want the 13 Primes." I don't expect them to do that, just because the 13 Primes are popular, but like for the general audience people, which it's clear that that Blockies are reaching the general audience, people that didn't really get into model kits before. They're not as hardcore Transformers fans. The 13 Primes aren't going to be as interesting to them as, say, like an Optimus or something. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if I could see them doing that. Again, it's Blockies, and they're known to surprise. So I wouldn't say, I'm not saying definitively that they wouldn't ever do that. But I just can't see them doing that at the moment. All right, we've got an arm. I will say, this does look very cool. Defender version Metroplex. I don't know if they're going to do Defender version Metroplex. But that would be kind of cool. Or, yeah, if they did, like, Action Edition sized Metroplex. Alright, we do this all again the other way. Synth design. Okay, nice. Defender version. Birthday for a person who likes Autobots. Well, most of them are pretty Autobot heavy. Wave 1 obviously has, you know, the standard Optimus. Wave 4? Or, no, 6. It's 6 that had... Golly, which is the one with Sideswipe and Sunstreaker? That one's really good. They're starting to get mixed up in my head. Purely because I like characters from every wave, so those are the things that stand out, not necessarily like the entire composition of the wave.
More likely to get Autobots. I mean, wave 1 for sure. Your cousin said I look like I came out of a game.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment. Not sure how else to take that. Could be worse things said, I suppose.
05. Oh, yeah, okay, 05. Then, are you posing wars? That's Defender 5.
Okay, yeah. So I would say either 1 or 5. Because 1 gives you the chance of Optimus. 5 gives you the chance of Sunstreaker or Sideswipe. But yeah, opposing hands, I don't really like that. I just think they're not useful. I've had people comment and they're like, "You're just objectively stupid and wrong. How dare you say that opposing hands are not perfect?" And it's like, they're just not. They're an inherently flawed idea. Like, they're a cool gimmick. I used to think that idea was amazing. Like, Hot Toys Iron Man, certain ones have posable fingers. I now hate that idea because I've experienced them, and I just want some good, solid, pre-posed hands. Like the Nemesis that I bought. He comes with a bunch of pre-posed hands. This is the kind of thing that I want. I just want a bunch of different hands with, like, stuff like this.
Better than being told you look like an anime protagonist?
I guess. Oh yeah, here's a jetpack. Depends on what anime. Because that's a very wide range of things. Oh, I'm putting that in exactly backwards. That's fantastic. We're not gonna do that.
Hey, Muto, welcome! Most posable hands you have broken.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pose them, they just don't hold up. For people who like to display their stuff and, like, they build it, they take it out of the box, they put it in one pose, stick it up on the shelf, and never touch it again. Okay, cool. That posable hands are great for you because now, you know, you can get exactly the pose you're after. But not for those of us who actually want to use our stuff. They're fiddly, they're not fun. They're just a bad idea. I have yet to hear a single argument that's convincing as to why posable hands are better. Because a lot of times it's like, well, you can get more expressions. Well, yeah, but like if the figure comes with, you know, like Bayfex Mando, for example, he came with so many hands, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. I don't see any reason at all for him to have had posable hands because I can get most expressions that I want with that. And also, if you need the hand exactly posed to get the expression that you want, you're not posing correctly. Because, like, I've seen people get poses with Mega, and Mega have the little clip hands. They get good poses with that, and they get expression out of those hands. So, I don't know. All that to say, people that say you need articulated hands for better expressions, I guess I just say skill issue. Not to be mean, but, like, skill issue.
I think your screen is kind of blurry. Is it? Let me look at the other monitor. It's in focus. You might need to turn your resolution up. Watermelon, welcome. What is that? What hand is that? The one I just showed off. That's one for my Nemesis Prime that I spent way too much money on. That's a separate video. I don't want to show it off too much because I want it saved for the video. But I will say it was about $200, and it so far the most expensive figure that I've bought that I've walked away from going, yeah, that was worth it. Usually, you know, I spend that much money on a figure, I'm like, I don't know. Was that really worth it? Was it not? Every time I look at him, I go, yeah, that was worth it. That's not to say I don't have any issues with him, but overall, it was like, wow, this is something else. Yola Park Nemesis? No. The Muscle Bear Nemesis. $270? No, I did not spend $270. I did not. Is the regular Action Edition Megatron bad? I don't know that I would say it's bad, but there are definitely some issues that you gotta be aware of when you're putting it together. You don't like it when companies do clear model kits. They will have stress marks eventually. I will say, this purple plastic feels very good. It feels very, very quality. So far, you know, I haven't really had issues with it. I also typically am not a fan of clear model kits and stuff, but I feel like Blocky's struck a pretty good balance here with the plastic that they chose. Hey, that arm came together fast. That was nice. I'm excited to finish the video. I need to actually sit down and crack through it, because I've had this guy for a couple weeks now. I had to do some heating up of the hands and whatnot, and then also some tightening of a few joints. But I might make a short showing him off first. I don't know yet, because I do have a piece of music that I really want to use in a short about Nemesis, because I think it would be funny. But yeah, I considered getting it, and I was just like, yeah, I need to get it. I think this is my favorite iteration of Nemesis in figure form that I have seen so far. And now I'm tempted to get the Optimus, but I will have to wait a while for that. I don't have another $200 to drop on an Optimus variant. Even though that would be so sick. Like, honestly, I might like this design better than, like, for Optimus, better than, like, the Bayverse design. It's just so freaking good. Alright, that hand came together quite smoothly. We're not even an hour. We're 2 minutes away from an hour, and we're already to the legs. Or just about to the legs, anyway. This is good. I feel like it took me a lot longer building Megatron the first time. Alright, there's that. Pop this on. I will say, I am enjoying this more than I expected to. Because, like, again, clear variants, I'm like, I can take them or leave them. But, I don't know, this is not bad. Probably because he also just feels better than the original Megatron. He just feels good so far. They're not perfect. Like, there's some joints that could be tighter, but so far it feels a lot better. Alright, where's H1? Now we build the feet. And I have, like, I think I got sprue dust in my eye. That's not fun. Talking about Nemesis Prime, is classic class Blocky's good? Yeah, okay.
So, technically speaking, the Classic Class Nemesis is kind of outdated articulation-wise. But I actually just, like a week ago, I pulled him out of my cabinet and brought him to work with me. And he was my desk posing buddy. And I gotta say, he still holds up pretty darn good. Like, he looks great still. The accessories are great. Yes, he lacks articulation, higher articulation in a few areas. But as a whole, if you can find him, I still highly recommend him. Like, he's still well worth it. Well, I technically got the wrong one. It looks rather different, but okay. Shows like a more squared off section. Okay, so let's make sure I get this right. Pop that on there. Oh yeah, I remember this was a bit of a thing. A bit of a struggle the first time around. Feel like blockies are not doing EX anymore. It has been a little bit since they did one. Wait, no, that's not true. They did the Iron Man EX very recently, actually. That's the most recent one. Is this a new one? It is newer, yes, and I believe he's like 40. I think 40 is the standard for action editions. I think Tarn is a little more expensive just because of how big he is, but pretty sure this guy's 40. It's on the Blocky site now. I have a link pinned at the top of the chat that will take you to the Blocky site, and you can take a look there. Alij? How do I say that? You came here from the Temu model kit videos. You bought the 3-minute project. Hey, nice. Welcome. I have actually another Temu video focusing on model kits coming, because they've got a lot of bootleg Gunpla on there, as well as some other brands that just aren't so common. So I wanted to see if they were any good. So that's going to be coming hopefully this next week, if I'm fast. New Saint Seiya Champion Classic EX. Yeah, they just haven't done a Transformers EX in a little bit. The last one they did for Transformers was EX Bumblebee from last year's like Comic-Con, which I have that one. That's a great EX. Aha, I got the right one. Is this 19? Yeah, it is. I would like to see a new EX, though. Ooh, an EX Defender set. I mean, basically the rares are EX, but like, I just want some more shiny guys. I think that would be cool. Is Temu delivery fast? It depends on the seller. Basically, if you're not in China and you order from Temu, it's gonna take a couple weeks regardless. That's just how overseas shipping is. So, I would say on average like a week and a half to 2 weeks in my experience. Although the model kits this time around, I think it might have only been like a week. I don't know. It felt faster. But if you're expecting like Amazon speeds, that's going to leave you disappointed. Wait, hold on. Why is this not fitting together? How's the Homoxian? He's still great. He's up there on my shelf. I need to take him out for some photos, but I haven't had the time yet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it does depend on the seller. I think a lot of people don't understand that Temu is a marketplace. It's a marketplace very similar to... Oh, okay. For some reason, that just likes to separate. When everything's popped together, it separates this a bit. Is that how this one was? Yeah, I guess it was. Interesting. But yeah, a lot of people... I had a lot of comments where people were like, oh my gosh, you're supporting slave labor. Temu's factories use slaves, and like Temu doesn't have factories. What are you talking about? Like this is a video about a Mosho kit. Temu did not produce this Mosho kit, and they're like, no. That they make the stuff they sell. It's like, no, they don't. Oh, this is the part I struggled with last time. They really don't. They're like an eBay. You know, eBay does not manufacture the stuff that they sell. But a lot of people don't get that. Did you review all the shiny ones? Oh, ranking every shiny blocky. That's not a bad idea, to be honest. I think that could make a very entertaining video. Alright, we got that. Last time, this was the bane of my existence. So, let's hope that's not the case this time. Because I would rather not have to... Well, I do have enough 3D printed parts, I think, to use some replacements. But I don't want to do that. I want it to not break. And I want it to be tight enough that I don't have to try and tighten it. Because that was what happened last time. I was actually almost done. I was almost done making the review. And I needed that last few shots of him posed up. You know, when I'm talking about my final thoughts and whatever. And they were so loose. He just kept falling over. Like, I could not get him to stand up. So I was like, okay, I guess I gotta tighten this before I move on. So I added some glue to the joints, and it just blew them up. They were so fragile. So it was like either he was just constantly falling over, or you just didn't get him at all. It was terrible. Not a fan. Not a fan. Right, double jointed knee. I like double jointed knees. That's always a plus. And which runner am I working with now? 2H2. I like all the detail in these like under armor sections. 3-minute project arrived today. Nice. I really want to get the Fenrir, the 3-minute project Fenrir. That looks amazing. But the little dudes, the Xeno Strikes, I literally just, like, was it yesterday? I took one with me to work yesterday and had him posed on my desk with his sword. 'Cause they're just fun. They're just really fun. I feel like they'd be a great base for customs, too. People keep commenting and being like, oh, it's just a ripoff of Dummy 13. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's literally not anything like Dummy 13 aside from like haha robot with sword or whatever. Doesn't use the same joint system, doesn't use the same design. I like this piece. I feel like, I don't know, something about this makes me think like a spaceship. You know? Actually looks like a Star Trek spaceship almost. That on there. Very nice. And then we have this one. Where's one? Here's one. 1 and 3. Oops. This one's the one that goes on this side. This one's the one that goes on this side. There we go. Oh, right. I forgot there was like a, they did like a feature on this. I'll just go ahead and pop this panel out because we'll need it in just a second anyway. Like so. That nub is far too large to be left alone. Alright, so we've got that piece. And then we need 10. Feel about G1 Action Edition Prime. I like it. Like I said earlier in the stream, he's technically like outdated and whatnot, but I feel like he's held up quite well. So I don't know. I honestly am tempted to try and get another one myself to paint as Nemesis. You got the gray one. Ooh, nice. All right, do that. Where is the little hinge pieces? Because we need 6. Legging it. Nice. Very nice. Somebody drum roll, please. Or not drum roll. What is that called when you do this? Wait, hang on. Let me do this correctly. Whoa! That's a lot more difficult than I was expecting it to be. Oh, man. That's tough. We got this, and then we peg this on, and then we have the hinging leg panel. I don't actually really understand why they did that, but, you know, it's interesting. I'm not falling for this. I'm not doing math. That's going to lead to a trap. I know where this ends. Oh, yes. So the clear is in place of the red. Put that on. That's the inner leg. We have this. Make sure I line it up properly. I think last time I had some trouble with this too, but if you just line up the pegs correctly. Okay. And the front panel. See, this is cool because now we can actually appreciate this detail that's going on underneath the armor. We can still see it. That's pretty cool. It's my favorite model kits, like my top 5. Ooh, that's a hard question. That's a question that would require an entire video to answer. Man. Homoxian, the tastier, is definitely up there. I've really liked some of the Armored Core stuff so far. Obviously, a lot of the blockies, like Transformers, Action Edition 04. But top 5. That would be hard, because I built so many now. And there are more that I am in the process of building. Like the Frog Mech. Alright, this is the back panel. Well, I remember this was a little bit weird too. It was like, is it going in? Is it not going in? Alright. And then we just need... Wait, which runner is that? You know, maybe I should put together some of the other bits. Like the mason stuff. Moxie and Baki, please. That will all depend on if I can find a place to get it. Because like I said, I would love to look at some more. But it depends on budget or if I can get it as part of a sponsorship or something. Because, yeah, I definitely want to look at some more of those. Homoxian has my interest. Wait a minute, what? Oh, it was upside down. Was that how that was? Yeah, that is how that was. Okay. So, this now goes in. There we go. We got the... I feel like the stream, feels a little more delayed than usual. Alright, we've got a leg. Let's put together... Because I want to get some of these runners out of the way. So, I'm going to put together the mace. Which I believe this has stayed exactly the same. This one's probably one of your favorites so far. It's certainly a unique one. I think it's more unique than a lot of them. Wait, where's the mace? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna mark my spot, not with a knife. That's a bad idea. So we do this. Point it down. Wait. It's not pointing down if you hold it that way, but okay. We'll just... Oh, wait. Is this the wrong... Oh, I'm putting it on the wrong way. Yeah, that would make sense. Do I prefer this version or the normal version? That's actually kind of a difficult question because I do prefer having like the standard versions of characters as opposed to like the variants and whatnot. But I will say this guy plastic-wise feels better. So I almost would maybe go with this guy because of it seems like they've improved their quality in plastic and stuff. Also, there's the mace. We're gonna do more off-brand Lego videos. Yes, definitely. I have plenty of more. Wait, did I do something wrong here? What did I do? I have plenty more off-brand Lego minifigures to talk about. Many. And whether or not I'll do more Lumibrix stuff, we'll see. They were being really annoying for a while. They kept contacting me over and over again. I had like 5 different people from Lumibrix contact me asking me to do more videos, and they never followed through. And then they were like, hey, join this creator program where you'll get some discounts on sets instead of being sent sets anymore. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, you guys... Ooh, I think I bent the tip of that. That's not good. I was like, you guys can't even respond to your emails correctly. I have no interest in joining a creator program where... Like, get yourself in order, please. And since then, they haven't tried reaching out to me again, so... A bunch of Transformers and Megatrons are your favorite. Nice. I really want... Actually, makes me remember, you guys were saying, oh, what action edition do I want to see? IDW Megatron. Especially, like, the Autobot version. That would be super cool. I love that design of Megatron. Oh wait, I need another piece for this. Where is that? On runner A? Oh, this runner's gone. Yes, we can get rid of it. Yeet! That was the whole purpose of this exercise here. Okay. Wait. It's A2. What is A2? Oh, here it is. Would I try more Keyplay? If they come out with some more stuff other than, you know, just like the Ultraman, yeah. If they do more Spider-Mans, I definitely want to look at those. If they do DC or whatever, I don't know. Depending on what they do. Golly, I'm just dropping this all over the place. What am I doing here? Oh my goodness, I can't hold on to this. It's too smooth. Where is this supposed to go? What am I doing? Oh, it's right there. It just doesn't stick. Brutally paced. Hey, I mean, gotta be honest. Alright, translucent sword complete. There's a lot of purple going on. All of these come with instructions on how to change the batteries. I don't keep those because I've done this enough times that I don't need them. But if you've not done that before, I recommend keeping it because otherwise it gets confusing. We've got the gun that he blasted it. Next time you want to say you're the biggest fan. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Antonym. Hope your build comes out. Can't wait for more off-brand builds. Well, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And we will see you around. Live stream of building a Bane or Crossbones model kit. Like Wait, hold on. What are those brands, or are we talking like Bane like from Batman and Crossbones like from Marvel, or Crossbones the Gundam? There are a lot of ways I could take that comment. Bumbledore, that's quite the name. Welcome. You know, it's a very fun part of the streams, most of the time. Occasionally we have some names pop up that I'm like, why would you name yourself that? But I like seeing the wacky names that people come up with. Watermelon, Bumbledore. I think we had somebody that was like a piece of toast. I think we had a piece of toast before. Marvel and Batman. Interesting. Are there even any kits of those two? I can't say I've ever heard of a Bane or a Crossbones kit. I know there's action figures, but I don't know if I've ever heard of a model kit. Alright, little purple blaster done. Cool. That cleaned up a few runners. A Laserbeak. I kind of wish to not build this Laserbeak, to be honest. The newer one is way better. That's why I kind of wish they didn't. Is Zarnox not a wacky enough name? That is a wacky name. But it's also a harder to say one, which is why I didn't choose it in my little list right there. Crimstol was easier to say. Although, I suppose you could pronounce it Zarnox, or if you want to try to be French and say Zar Noir. Is that how they say the X's? Action Edition sound with crotch is damaged, so you can only keep one leg? What? I've not heard of that happening at all. Oh yeah, I need the other piece. We got Secret Optimus Prime from Transformers 105. Nice. It's a little unfortunate that one didn't have the updated articulation, but I gotta say, I have him, and he still looks so good. I love those shiny Optimus variants. Alright, we have, what's his name, Reflector. Wait, hold up, that's not right. Oh yeah, that's exactly wrong. No! I hate it when I do this. Then I have to test the parts tolerances by pulling it back apart. Usually if it's difficult, that means it's good. Except for not for my hands. There we go. Okay, so this goes like this, and then this sandwiches in. Alright, translucent purple. Click, click, click. There we go. And then I can get rid of this runner. You like watching stuff like this in your free time? Well, that's why I do it. Anonymous Cadia Bean? What? That's a wild name. I think we're almost done with the clear runner too. My floor is such a mess right now. Oh yeah, I should be able to get rid of this. I'll just go ahead and pop this out. Sometimes it's just easier to use a nipper if you got it. They won't putting it against a table. I sometimes do against the floor too. Watermelon, you probably should be paying most attention to the hips. So that's where mine went wrong. They, like I said, they were very loose to the point where he would just, I would try to stand him up straight and he'd just start falling into a split. So just be aware of that. You might need to tighten it, but you got to be careful about how you go about doing that. This is the other parts of Laserbeak's wings. I don't know, for some reason I just find building this Laserbeak a slog. Like, it's just not a fun build to me. Probably because I just don't, I think it's kind of a weird random accessory and I don't really like it. Clear. Alright, so we've got this. So we can put these wings together. Wait, what? Ah, another. Shoulders on the Xenostrike are loose. They're not loose for me. Mine are fine. I don't have any complaints with those. But I also will say they'd be really easy to tighten up if they are.
What happens next time you do it live? With my wife helping.
Oh, having her help me build? That's not a bad idea. We might do that sometime. Hey, actually, I could just get all of the parts out of this because I'm about to use them for Megatron's leg, so why not just take them out now? Oh, there's another one. Golly. Think you attach it to the runner enough times, Bloggies? I think we could do with like half that amount.
Gyro Petro, welcome.
Or is it Gyro? Either way. Yes, Candy Megatron. I have not tried eating him yet. I probably won't eat him because, you know, I kind of need to do a video. I'm probably... I say probably because I have so many videos to make. It's to the point where I need to start releasing videos faster, but I don't want to release videos too fast or else people won't be able to watch them. But yeah, I have so many videos already done that I haven't released them all. There's some that have been waiting for like a year to come out. And I have so many videos to make. Basically, you guys are never going to run out of, or at least for the foreseeable future, you will not run out of content to watch on this channel. That's just probably not going to happen, you know, running out.
The son of Yao Ming, the 7-foot
basketball player. I have never heard of him, but that's because, number one, I don't follow basketball, and I don't know that I would know, like, overseas basketball players either. But, I don't know, that doesn't sound like a bad comparison. To me, anyway. Except for the fact that if you're tall, then people are going to be asking you to get stuff off the top shelf, which is just inevitable. God made tall people so that the short people could actually get things off of shelves.
What's my favorite color for the Xenostrike?
I only have the dark gray one, but I gotta say the green, that like military green, looks really good. I would really like to get the green one. The green and the like super dark blue also look really good. This is very stiff. And, okay. Hey, we can get rid of this runner too. The joints aren't translucent. Yes, the joints are silver, which is not even the same silver as the original Action Edition. It's a lighter silver, and it feels like a better plastic. And I am pleased that they did that, because number one, that gives some more interest, more contrast. And number two, I do think it's a more durable way to do things.
Hey, Scotty, welcome. Your Megatron finger joint broke. No! This is why articulated fingers are terrible. I will die on this hill. And this runner's cleared out too. And if I pop these faces off, you just replace the hand with the mace. Hey, that's not a bad idea, actually. It's nice that they have that option. And that way, if a finger breaks on the other side, you can just swap an unbroken finger from the other hand. Okay, we've cleaned up the runner sufficiently that I'm going to now go back to building the leg. Wait. Okay, let's build that other leg. What runner do I need? Sun came out and working outside, too much work to do. I know the feeling. I surely do. H112. No need for articulated fingers. Yes, he was perfect. Absolutely perfect. That was the best. I was so happy with the amount of hands that they gave, the amount of, just it was perfect. Everything about that kit was pretty much perfect. And this is coming from somebody who thought it was redundant and kind of didn't want that. Blockies convinced me. Whoa. A stand. I'm being attacked by a number 57 stand. Do lots of poses. Yeah, but like 5 or 6 pairs of well thought out hands can get you most of what you need anyway. Would ever buy another product from Chic Mainland? Yes. I plan to, actually. Whether I can get it as like part of a sponsorship or what, I want to get their Fenrir. That looks so good. Like that is very high on my to buy list. I will get it somehow. It will happen. Actually, I know the seller, Renren's Treasure Chest, who provided the Batman for review. He said that he might be getting some, so I need to reach out to him and see if he's gonna get some yet or not. Because it's releasing everywhere, so now people are really interested in it. And it looks just so sick. Toe hinge could be tighter, but I'm always critical of toe hinges. I just don't like them. Yes, exactly. Extra hands. Someone a hand. Haha. His articulated fingers are just no. Yeah, yeah. Is the Jetpack Classic Class Optimus as good as Action Edition Optimus? Oh, that's a hard question. I mean, technically speaking, Action Edition Optimus is just better. He's got more articulation. He's got really good accessories. And yeah, I don't know if it's a fair comparison. From the same people. Oh yeah, the number 57. I started building the frog last night, and I'm liking that build better than I did with the Meijin so far. Also, how can you not like a frog in a combat mech? That's just the greatest idea of all time. I've never heard of a better idea in my entire life than a combat mech frog. That's just amazing. Also, this piece separates right here because when you push this purple piece down on to line up properly with the holes, it has to separate those parts. It's a little weird. Just make their figure flip the bird. Yes, I've seen that a lot. That's usually the one pose everybody does to show that, oh, you can do a great pose. I'm like, no, dude, that's just, like, I don't know. That to me is just not, that's not cool. No. Oh, yes, I want highly articulated fingers just so that I can make my figure make a very just derogatory expression. Also, this hinge is tighter than this one. Interesting. I wonder why that is. They do a few animal mechs. Yeah, there's
There's like a panda with a Gatling gun, which I've thought about getting. There's like a dino bone one. There's a grizzly bear. There's an alligator or something. I don't know. It's interesting. If Temu wants to keep sponsoring videos, I might eventually look at those ones too.
Jetpack has so much accessories. It makes it basically
Same level as action. Kind of, yeah, but I would say that where it doesn't rival an action edition is in its articulation, which makes it then, especially with that Optimus, they didn't upgrade that at all.
I need to try a T-13.
Oh yeah, there's a shark mech, I forgot. I've thought about it. The problem is, so the guy that made them originally, he just gave out the files for free so that people could print them themselves. And then the Chinese companies took them and started mass producing them. And that dude got none of the money. So I don't know. That's why I'm a little reluctant to do that. Because it's not a... I don't know. Another person got the short end of the stick there, you know?
I think alligator is the Egyptian.
Is it? Also, there's still parts left on the runners. I'm confused as to when they're going to use that. Usually if parts are left on the runners, that means they're going to use it again for a different kit. But so far I haven't seen, what they're using it for.
There's original files on Sousaphone.
I don't have a 3D printer. Otherwise, I maybe would just print my own. I suppose I could ask my brother-in-law to print it for me. But again, I have so many videos that I need to make sure I'm focusing my energy in the right direction. So if I put too many videos on my to-do list, then I have a lot of videos that I'm working on and none that I'm releasing, There are times that I wish I was like a team of 5 people, but then I would want those 5 people to all be me. So if any of you guys happen to know where I can get a cloning chamber, please let me know. I would love that. I could, quadruple my video output with that. That would be great.
Keyblade has some Marvel stuff.
There is, so they did those. Keyblade had armored. They were called like armored hero or something. They looked pretty bad. That's why I initially didn't get Keyblade. They haven't. I don't think they've done any more beyond with their more like classic system with the Spider-Mans. I don't think they've done any more beyond the Spider-Man so far.
Cousin, class, Bumblebee. Forums break. He didn't realize the forearm and the bicep was connected.
Well, yeah, that's gonna cause some problems if you don't realize that and then you try to rip it apart. That surely will cause problems. Okay. And I put this runner back. Yes, we've eliminated another runner. Fantastic.
Clones, they always go bad.
Not always. You ever watch the Clone Wars? Well, okay, I say that, and they got Order 66. But not all of them went bad.
Classic Class is an upgrade from his old one. Agreed. I just wish that they had done a little bit more knee bend. Like the way they did for B. I really was hoping for more knee bend. That's really... Knee and elbow, if they just upgraded that, it would have been light years better. So I'm still hoping for like a Revenge of the Fallen or something. Optimus. What Classic Class would be next?
I am also curious, and I've heard there's been I haven't heard anything about it, so I don't even have any good guesses right now. Alright, so we've got that. Where'd I put the leg? Here it is.
Pop that on. An hour and 40 minutes. Not bad. But Order 66, your clones went crazy. Nice. Casual demarcation tradition of yeeting a runner. Yes, that's what you have to do, you know? When you finish, you yeet the runner. That is the proper way to do it. Don't you know? Alright. Cool. Rolling along. What am I doing? That is not the connection piece. And then we pop this in here. Make sure, you have to make sure that, because they can kind of catch, this edge can catch on the purple edges, so kind of make sure that those are out of the way. And then we have the armor plating. What am I doing here? That's correct. Revenge of the Fallen. That's a classic meme. I've fallen and I can't get up. Very classic meme. Does he come with Shockwave? He does. Yes, the parts for Shockwave are in fact here. I'll build him next. But first, we can actually assemble Megatron himself. What champion class Marvel do I have and don't have now? Most of them. I have most of them. I can't... I cannot say too much more than that right now. Alright. Did I build Blocky's David Cornbread? David Cornbread. I haven't... That's a new one. Yes, I have. I have a review and a live build of him, actually. He was pretty impressive. Action cue with a fully... Please, never say that again. That might be the worst idea that I've heard all day. No offense, but it just is. Alright. Let's take a close look at this fellow real quick. The eyes light up very nicely, actually. That's pretty cool. Then you can just pop, pop, pop. Also, here's a close look at this. That's epic. I love that. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. I can confirm nor deny anything. Again, there are certain things I can't fully talk about until I'm given clearance. So, hope we can get Shockwaves separately. That would be interesting. Also, the thigh swivel is definitely still a little on the loose side, but wait, let's see. Look at this, guys. So this is the original one. This is how he came. If I hold him by his lower leg, flop. If I hold this guy, look at that. I wouldn't shake him too hard, but because like he does sag a little bit, but it's way better than this. The tolerances have been cleaned up somewhat on this fella. I still hate the toe hinges though. Toe hinges are awful. Also, his leg literally fell off. Golly. The normal one. Let's build Shockwave really quick. Because all the parts are basically here. So we have this. And then we need this little section. Poor Meg doesn't have the same leg treatment. Well, it shouldn't have to because he's a little tighter. Like, he should be able to stand up on his own. How tall is he? 7 or 8 inches, I would say. Just estimating. I mean, that's kind of standard for the action editions. Oh, weird. Okay.
So that's a little end bit, and so that goes in here. Shockwave, but you don't want to buy it. I mean, if you just get this version, then you will get him. But yeah, if you don't want to buy this version, then I guess that's a bit of a conundrum. Also, that's pretty cool. It's got the little targeting reticle. I feel like mixing parts from the translucent one with the standard one would be super neat. Especially like with the translucent reticle and stuff. Then we get this one. This piece needs to go in here. I'm gonna play the new marathon game. No, probably not. I'm not gonna lie, the art style just looks so ugly. Like there's very little to me that's compelling about that art. Alright, what am I doing wrong? Also, the gameplay looks just fairly generic. When it comes to incompetence. Yes, that's why every time people are like, no, 343 needs Halo again. I'm like, no, they don't. No, they don't. The newer ones go. Yeah, the newer ones do. They are a little taller, for sure. Especially like Tarn. Alright, there's that. And then we can pop that. What is... Oh, that's for his gun, that's right. Ta-da! We have Shockwave. Did I put that on backwards? I think I put that on backwards. Hold up. I did, because this reticle targeting thing... Please, yes, there we go. So this should be able to fold down, and then you can flip that up. Also, the handle can angle a little bit, which is nice. Pretty cool. I think that that's a better addition than Laserbeak, to be honest. Oh wait, where does this... Wait, hang on, I forgot. We need the little pipe. Compare Shockwave to his fusion cannon. You mean the Galaxy one? Galaxy Shockwave? Do I have a shiny one nearby? I do. Wow. Here he is. I mean, it would make sense, given the size of him and the size of the gun, if the transformations made sense, that would work. Also, I think my phone camera is falling over. That's kind of a problem. Also, Shining Galaxy, the Shining Shockwave, best Shockwave, whoa, best Shockwave so far. This phone stand is garbage. There we go. Alright. So now we need to build the cannon, Megatron's cannon. I'm kind of hopping around here. The cannon was interesting last time. Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and pop all these out. I still don't know really what they're for. Have I heard this trend? Yes, I've heard that trend before. Unfortunately. Would even this size anymore? Yeah, that's fair. How much would I rate this build? I would give this like an 8 out of 10. It's been pretty enjoyable. Glittering Galaxy Shockwave. Yeah, that's true. That would be cool. This has convinced you? Interesting. Or wait, maybe this runner was left over from Optimus. I am more impressed with it than I thought I would be. I still think it's a little like, it's a gimmick, obviously, but it's not a bad gimmick. And I do appreciate, very much, I appreciate when the gimmick also upgrades the quality. Makes sense. Make sure you have a good day. I will do my best. Thank you. last time, like I said, this... I have, like, sprue dust on me. Teletran Master, welcome! Okay. I need to do this properly. I don't quite understand the gimmick built into this gun. I think it's kind of lame. Studio Series Shockwave. I don't know if I've seen that one. I mean, I probably have in passing, but... Is that a new one, or has it been out for a while? Is it one of those, like, really hard to get ones? The stand was transparent purple. Oh, yeah. That's kind of a missed opportunity, not gonna lie. Also, is my phone sliding again? Bruh. I need to buy a different phone stand. Can we... Oh my goodness. I have it tightened to the max and it's still falling over. Why? Ah, much better. You have this too. Nice. Is this a retool of the Siege one? I heard a lot of the Siege designs were good. Do it this way. And you really got to get this right. From the Bumblebee movie. Oh, okay. I think I have seen that one then. Okay. How is this working here? These parts are just kind of set in here right now. And then we have that. Well, this is somewhat annoying now, isn't it? Wait, hold up. This way. Okay, we have everything almost lined up. What's going wrong? Okay, there we go. I don't understand this gimmick. I really don't. Laserbeak looks chopped. Laserbeak looks like a ice cube that's partially melting. Sonic the Hedgehog Action Edition G1 Bumblebee. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't made a G1 Bumblebee yet. Also, we can get rid of this last runner because I'm going to use all the parts right now. Druid blind boxes. That's why getting full cases is kind of nice. At least at Blockies. Hasbro's is high priced. Blockies just stays winning. Oh, that was rough. What the heck? Yeah, I mean, I feel like Hasbro just, their designs tend to be just a pile of compromises, you know? And it's rare that the compromises are actually, like, worthwhile. You know, you sacrifice your look of one mode for the transformation feature, and then you sacrifice detail for price, or you just jack the price up, and I don't know. They just feel very corporate. Whereas Blockies feels like they're actually trying to make fun stuff, you know? And move, transforming. That's what I figured it was, but like I don't know, the transformation or the feature itself just feels a little, I guess the term these days would be chopped, I guess. I don't know, it just feels like, what are we doing here? Oh no, it's this one. So this one then clips onto here. This one goes onto here.
can pop that on the end. Other Transformers stuff. Transformers Animated, Transformers Prime. I mean, we're definitely going towards Prime because, you know, that's what the next Action Edition is. Possible blockies to make a Bayverse Sideswipe. It's very possible. I don't know how probable it is, but it's very possible. Make sure I line those pegs up correctly. There we go. And then we get the translucent blue. Was it translucent blue on the other one? Yeah, it was. Bayverse Action Edition Bumblebee. That would be cool, actually. Bayverse Action Edition Bumblebee would be really cool. Which way does this go? This. That's in place of the red. Very nice. And then we are going to take this. Excellent. Oh, this was the part I struggled with. Oh boy. Here we go. Alright, so we have that. Well, that's backwards. Maybe that was why I struggled with it last time. Did I have it backwards the whole time? Oh, my OBS froze again. I think I need to update OBS. Because it's showing as if I just stopped streaming. Let me make sure I'm still in focus. I forgot, we do need... Because you can make Megatron like this, where he's basically seamless. You don't have the peg hole on his arm. For the cannon or Laserbeak. Have I read the Transformers Skybound comics? I have not. It's on my list, but I haven't found them anywhere. At least, they're not like at my local library, and I just haven't bought them yet. And there he is. He's definitely tighter. Well, this thigh swivel's not that tight, but he's definitely tighter in and out of the hips than the other version. He feels not too bad. Like, building the original one, I finished and it felt not good. This one feels better for sure. Like, he feels more solid. Asianavi? Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day. And we get the pile of extra joints. We get extra faces. We get the runner of the clear faces. Get all the things. He's got a lot. Like, if you want a different build... Stupid toe hinges. There are poses... Like, I want to pose him, like, kind of leaning forward like that, but the toe hinge doesn't allow it. I don't like toe hinges. Toe hinges are thumbs down in my book. Grape Megatron. Yes, grape-flavored Megatron. Could my OBS unfreeze, please? Because this is really trippy. I'm staring at a frozen screen. Ah, there we go. I have to, like, minimize it and stuff a couple times. But here, we'll get another close look at this fella here. Oh, this light's not even on. Look at this. Can we shine the light through him? Look at that. Very unique, very different, very interesting. Can I lick him? I don't know if I'm gonna lick the plastic. That was not on my to-do list today. And we've got Shockwave again with the little pipe. Looking good. And then we've got the Kremzeek or whatever, but purple, so who knows even what he is at that point. We have Chopped Laserbeak. I don't like this very much. We have the Cameraman. And we have the gun that kills Optimus. Melee weapons, which is great. And then, of course, the translucent throne, which is very translucent.
And let me refocus really quick. Let's see. How much of this stuff can we fit in the throne? Because I know this is like supposed to be a storage thing. But how much can we actually fit? So we can fit that in there. We can fit that in there. We can fit the extra of those. We can fit those. Here, I'll just pop these off the runner. Minecraft hitbox noises? Yes. Is the pipe the same as Defender Shockwave? You mean Galaxy Shockwave? Because... Oh, never mind. Yes. Yes. To answer your question, yes. You are correct. Which one of my accessories is my favorite for Purple Megatron? Probably Shockwave or that Decepticon logo. I don't know if that counts as an accessory, but that's so cool. That's way cooler than I was expecting. Alright, so now we can get rid of that runner. We can put the extra legs in there. Can Laserbeak go in? If we fold them up. Turn sideways, you bird. If we can do that, we can do that. And that certainly will not work. Because this is going to go there. So you can fit a lot of stuff in there, actually. That's not too bad. Are the runners fragile? Here, I'll show you. You want another stress test. They do not snap. They stress. Look at that. That's... Ah! There we go. I did get it to snap after some excessive force, but... I don't know. Is that enough of a stress test? Look at this, guys. This is holding together. I have crushed this. There's basically the one with the peg on it and put it on the stand. Oh, I could, but he just looks bad. Yeah, I'm fairly pleased. I think this passes the stress test, in my opinion. So, yeet. Let me cap my knife. It's never, ever good to leave a knife open and laying around. Store the extra hands. Yeah, that's a good idea. Laserbeaks rather than other... What? Oh, wait, didn't... No, Ravage didn't come with the other one. Ravage comes with Soundwave. Evil Decepticon. Thank you for, Thank you, Blockies, for telling us that they're evil. But yes, I am fairly pleased with how durable the purple feels. It feels pretty good. I can't say how it's gonna last in the long term, but given how the runner crumpled up without tons of snapping. Oh, he's bald. Guys, Megatron's balding. No. Wait, do Transformers eat? Transformers eat Energon. Let me put this guy's leg back on. But yeah, this guy just feels like the silver on the outside feels more brittle. The joints feel more loose. This guy feels more solid. It feels less like he's gonna crumble in my hands. Maybe I need to build the one that Blocky sent me, the newer one, to see if they changed any of the feeling of the parts. Because this was one of the very early copies. But they sent me a more recent one, so I probably should actually build that. I'm trying to build Pink Optimus. Yo, wait! I would actually love that. If they did... let me grab him. If they did this fella as the, translucent pink, that would be cool. I'd be down for that. Megatron, what happened to you? You're all purple. Shockwave washed his armor in the in the same washing machine as Megatron, and that's the result. Also, I gotta say, I love this Optimus with the stickers, the extra stickers and stuff, and the orange eyes. I think that looks so freaking cool. Also, that swivel is definitely a bit on the loose side. There we go. Bayverse movie Energon just random blue blood color. Energon is just blue. Interesting. Purple power. Nice. Well, there we go. That's not bad. That's actually I am pleasantly surprised. I feel like they've fixed some of the issues that I had. Is it my definitive Megatron from Blockies? No. But is he cool? Yes. If you want a cool variant, this guy, as variants go, is very, very good. And I might do a whole video on him. We will see. But for now, I'm going to go end it off because I need to make a thumbnail, actually, so I can release a video to members. And I have a short to release as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pray us out, and we'll go. Well, Lord, thank you for bringing us all here today. Thank you for a beautiful day for building a model kit. Thank you that we get to enjoy this, that we all live in areas that, you know, we've got internet, we've got the ability to even get model kits. There's a lot of the world that doesn't have that. So I ask that you would help us to not take that for granted. Just help us to be thankful and appreciative of the things that we are given. I ask that you give everybody who joined a safe and enjoyable weekend. And I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. So again, this guy is up on the Blocky site unless he's sold out, which I don't think he has. You can go to the link in the top of the chat. It will pop you straight to the Blocky site if you want to go and check it out. So thank you guys all for stopping by and joining me on this very interesting build. And I will hopefully see you guys next weekend. I don't know what we're doing next weekend for streams, but we're doing something. So I hope to see you guys there, and have a great rest of